5-minute
call. This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall. Today we have on the line Betsy, Struxness, and her top 5 are as follows. Number 1, she is originally from Kansas City, Missouri. Number 2, she went to Juilliard for college. Number 3, she is currently in Hamilton on Broadway, where you can see her 8 times a week. Number 4, she has many other Broadway credits, which include Matilda, Scandalous, Leap of Faith, Memphis, and Wicked. She also did the Wicked companies in Chicago and San Francisco, and she was on the first national tour of All Shook Up. And number 5, she is an avid photographer with a love of travel, and she hopes to one day be able to merge those two passions together. That's awesome. Welcome, Betsy. How's it going?
Hi. Good, how are you?
Great, thanks. Question 1 for you is, tell us a little bit about your journey from high school to college to where you are now.
I went to School of American Ballet's summer program when I was 14 years old, I think right before my freshman year of high school, and fell in love with New York. So I came back and told my parents, hey, that's where I'm going to be after high school. And then while I was at Juilliard, I went there for dance, even though I knew I wanted to do theater. I just wanted to be in New York. Every step of the way for me has been sort of a baby step. After college, I did a cruise ship, then I did a non-equity tour, then I did All Shook Up, then I did Wicked in Chicago, then Wicked in San Francisco, and then I got my Broadway debut in Wicked.
So what was the moment for you, and it sounds like it was pretty early, that you decided this was what you wanted to do for your career?
Apparently when I was about 6, I told my parents that I was going to be on Broadway. I'm not even sure at the time I knew what Broadway was, but I was just singularly focused from 6 years old. Yeah, it hasn't changed. I'm still pretty singularly focused.
So what's the most memorable moment you've had either on stage or off stage throughout your career?
Can I say 2? I have 2.
Absolutely.
The first one, I was doing Memphis on Broadway, and we had this 11 a.m. kiddie matinee. So at the downbeat of the show, the whole house just exploded and went nuts. And we were like, this is going to be great. So the whole show was super fun. And then at the end of the show, we're doing the finale, all the na-na-nas, the choreo. And then we stop, and the guy playing Huey is supposed to finish off the show. The audience didn't let him. They were all on their feet. They were all doing the choreography. They were all singing the songs. And then, they finished out the show. Pretty much all of us, I think, were in tears because it's just one of those interactions that you never really expect or get. And it was so powerful and it was so awesome because you're and that's the impact that theater has. And then my second one is when we were doing Hamilton down at the Public Theater. A chorus line was having their 40th anniversary from the beginning of a chorus line at the Public. And we got to sing Kiss It Goodbye, to the original members of a chorus line. And they featured the ensemble members, but we had our headshots. And it was so cool. It was just really cool because I listened to that soundtrack growing up so much and knew every word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I feel like we were all there with my VHS tape watching it.
Yes. Yes. Going to Blockbuster Video every weekend.
Every weekend. Yep. Now, question 4 for you comes from our Twitter followers. And Jer wants to know, how much of the choreography in Hamilton was inspired by the dancers or your improv?
There are little pockets of it here and there. The majority of it, Andy Blankenbuehler. So, if you watch the show and you watch sort of one person, you kind of understand that you're I know what they're hired for. I'm hired to point my feet and be lifted. I'm up in the air every 5 seconds. And then you have John Rua, who gives you some of that hard hip-hop stuff. In my shot, when we go out of the tavern and we go into the streets, the character of John Lawrence is sort of dancing with John Rua. And what John is doing is John.
It is so brilliant to watch. So congratulations on just being a part of such a phenomenal show.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And question 5 for you is, if you could go back in time and give your 16-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Breathe. There's plenty of time to accomplish absolutely everything your heart desires. And at 16 years old, you haven't even begun to dream the way you're going to dream further down the line. But don't compare yourself to anybody else's path. You will take your own, and there is time. There's plenty of time.
Well, thank you for that advice. And speaking of time, you don't actually have very much of it before your first show tonight. So it's a 2-show day for you. We'll let you go, let you take care of your day. But Betsy, thank you so much for joining us on 5 Minute Call.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to have you, and we'll see you soon. And don't forget to go see her in Hamilton if you can get a ticket. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Cessalee from 5 Minute Call. Make sure you click on the subscribe button to follow our new channel. Thanks for watching.